Hello. Good evening. It's another evening. Another day, but it's an evening. Going to the island tomorrow. But kids are in bed. So start by saying Dad's watching some Kill Tony. So I got the volume down low enough. Hopefully you can't hear it too much. But more importantly, hopefully YouTube doesn't copyright me, because this is for entertainment purposes only. I love you, Kill Tony, and Dad ain't making money. But let's get back to why we're here. I run my own brand. Another day, stay another. Promoting mental health. You might have seen me jumping in some cold water for over 200 days. And I'm trying to do it all myself, if I can. When I can afford to, or obviously hire all friends and family, but for now, there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. This is what works for Dad with the supplies and time and money that he has at the moment. So let's get into it. A lot of people are confused and familiar with DTF print, so I'm just trying to look for something right off. But a DTF print, you have a sticker on, you have a vinyl, and you heat press it, and I think that's why a lot of people confuse it, because they've seen me using a heat press. Well, I'm doing a screen printing, so we're actually taking paint and putting it on the shirt, and that lasts the test of time. At least that's what I want, is quality over quantity. So this is 17 attempts, and it's far from perfect. Everything will be imperfectly perfect as I learn the process, but this is our first successful screen, if you will. It's hard to see, but when you get it to the light the right way, you can see that it only allows through the stencil. So I drew this by hand, twerked it, perfected it, worked with it, failed again, tried again. And there's a process, like carrying a photo with emulsion. So you gotta coat the screen, you gotta leave it in a dark room, it can't be exposed to sunlight. You gotta make sure it cures properly, then you get your stencil on, you put it mirrored, put it under a black light for 30 seconds to like 10 minutes is what I'm learning online. Again, nothing I know, take with a grain of salt or educate me. I'm learning each day and every day. So I'm opening to learning, and I take criticism very well. You can't insult me. As I said, 1,000 ways to skin a cat. This is just what Dad does. We're getting off topic. This is my first successful stencil, and this is what we're doing. It's another day, promoting mental health, another evening. Hello. Thank you for tuning in, live chat. Let's screen print a shirt with Dad, shall we? This one specifically is for my brother Jake Stevens. His fight's coming up, Fight League Atlantic, September 20th. This is Fight League Atlantic 21 in Pictou. I sponsored him for this fight, and I'm just happy to have him and all of you. That's all I'm trying to do. Spread the message locally to globally that mental health is no joke, suicide prevention is real. Take care of yourself so we can take care of others. Let's screen print a shirt, guys. So we got this pulled over, a piece of vinyl flooring and cardboard, because again, that's what we're working with. We got the shirt tight, I got it centered, and then I got the screw in this arm centered with the logo. So then I lined the screw up with the tag and double check it, and that's going to be somewhat centered with the shirt. Because again, everything's imperfectly perfect as we learn. I know you would flood a screen, you would have a press, you'd come down, you'd bang whatever out. It's not the case. This is what we have. Can I say something? Yes, of course. Thank you. Hello. Adriana, 14. Say whatever you want. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, get set up. As soon as I see you, I'll get back to you. So say whatever you like. Let's get this centered up. And then we got some clamps gonna put on either side here to hold it in place so it doesn't get away from me. But we don't want to over tighten them either, so that's gonna flex the screen or bend it. And make sure that's nice and centered. And you can just see when I just pulled that down, it's perfectly flush with the shirt. You can see everywhere it's going to pass through. There's nothing plugged in the screen because we washed it out. Got the weights there holding the shirt down. If you're still here and waiting, just loading things up. We got our squeegee here that we're going to pull the paint across. And I normally do 2 or 3 passes, nothing more, because then you're just making a mess. And yeah, you'll see the process here in a second. So let me load the squeegee back up. Just had it washed from the night before. Forgot to put it back in. Oh, come on, baby. Let's try you the other way, because it seems like you're fighting that way. So I started just with a Amazon, do-it-yourself kit for about $200, and then I went to Michael's and I got a bunch of speedball and everything else. So that's what we're working with now. But then again, 1,000 ways to skin a cat. This is what Dad does. This is what works for Dad. You do what works for you. You can learn from me. You can learn from my mistakes, because we've made lots of them. So this one specifically, he just wants a plain black logo. So that's what we're gonna do. Get some black paint. So we got black fabric paint there. You can get it at any craft store, Michael's, whatever else. You just want to make sure, Plastisol water-based inks, they have a lower cure rate. So same thing before I had a heat press. If you have a hair dryer, heat gun, or anything like that, you don't want that to wash off once the hard work is done, right? So I would take a hair dryer and temp gun, and we get it to whatever temperature. This individually cures at 320 degrees, I think. So we'll heat the heat press up, and we'll press it for 20-30 seconds after it's done, and then it's cured, and then I'll still wash them 2 or 3 times, because again, quality over quantity. All right, let's get some paint in. Let's get to it. Thanks guys for tuning in. Trying something new, getting all the niches. Subscribe to the channel, comment in the chat. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Let's just help this dad, and let's try to print another successful shirt. And again, like I said, I take criticism well. I know there's other ways to do things. I'm open to learning if you have any ways, but also things will only get better in time as we continue to do it more and get the proper tools for the job. But at the time right now, as a struggling dad of 3 donating to mental health, we're just trying to bang out the best quality over quantity that we can afford to do, and the rest will come. So I try to get a nice little even coat paint there. Nothing too crazy, not too much, but also not too little that I'm gonna have to add more paint after. How are you doing, guys? Still with us? All right. Also, it's good to have proper tools for the job, but it's also good to have a clean workplace. We do not have a workplace as a dad of 3. We're in the laundry room right now, and we just banged out a bunch of laundry. But what we do have as a dad of 3 is baby wipes. So we don't want no paint on our fingers. I don't care if I get paint on this shirt. This is a work shirt, but we don't want to get paint anywhere but the stencil on this shirt. And as soon as I said that, chat, I just realized one of the most important steps. If we want to try to go through with it or pull it out. Anyways, the most important step is you should tape off your screen, which I do, but I didn't do this time because I just washed it. I normally tape the back side of the screen. Get some skinnier green painter's tape here. I'm just going to try to do a layer, at least on the inside here, so we don't toss on the shirt. And if, we mess up, you live and learn. At least I caught it right now. Let's see how this turns out. As I said, learn from my mistakes if nothing else. Sneak this in without touching paint. Beautiful. And so when I put the emulsion on, as I was explaining earlier, I also had it taped off, so there's a line around the border that paint is going to get through, and I don't want that. We just want that clean border, guys. So that's all we're doing right now. Is doing something we should have done before, because preparation is key when making product. So got a little rushed, got a little excited to show you guys. That's alright. We caught it. We're managing. probably don't need one there, but just in case, we're going to pop one right on the back there too. For when we pull the ink back, I want to make sure that that's nice and flush to the screen so nothing's sneaking into it. Alright, there, we're back and everybody left. But that's alright. Let's get to it. So, before I go any further, I'm going to get this heat press heating up at the hair dryer so we can give it a quick cure of the touch before we get it in the press. And then, if you do it right, this is the easy part. We're just going to do 2, maybe 3 clean streaks across, hold this in place, pop her off. Let me see if Dad did it right and the magic happens. Alright guys, wish me luck, chat. So we're going to pull that paint up, make sure we get enough. Let's even the coat the screen. And we're going to go on a slight angle, equal pressure, and pull it towards us on 3. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful, it all made it through. So we're just going to do one more pass. And just 3rd time's the charm, nice equal pressure, skim it off. As long as I taped that off, I'm feeling pretty good about it. And because I'm anxious about it, we're going to wait and clean the squeegee. Let's see how we made out here. So I don't want to budge the screen at all. I'm going to leave the pressure of the clamps here. Say a prayer, chat. On the count of 3. For the no viewers. Let's take a look. Ready? 1, 2. Money. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Alright, we got a little bit of ink through the back there. I'm just going to take this, wipe off the back side of the screen. And again, you know, there's probably a specific cleaner or something you could use, or I could go to the sink and wash it out, but I want to print another one, and I'm going to do black, so it's fine, so long as there's no ink coming through this side of the screen when I put it on the next shirt. So we just want to make sure that this back side is clean. Set the screen up out of the way for a second. Now we got the perfection, which looks great, but we want it to cure. So let's get it cured. And actually, you can see right at the top there where it did bleed a little bit through the screen. So all I'm going to do before it cures, just try to fill that little gap ever so slightly where we missed that little bit of paint. If it was, you know, a little more specific, but in this case it was just really splitting paint that was already there. That looks good to me. Let's heat it up enough. So now, I just want to get this cured enough that it doesn't wrinkle up on itself and stain. Good enough that we can move it over to the heat press. This is all good. You tell already that the top is really smooth that bottom is very second. That should be good. That just beat that that's preheated. Give his hands another good wipe just to make sure we don't get nothing where it doesn't belong. cuts. Pretty good at doing that. And then as soon as we get this in, we'll clean that squeegee off. Hands are free of ink. You can take the weight off here. And ever so carefully, put smudge in this just in case anything's wet. Get our shirt off here. There's our shirt. Now, we got two pieces of foam here. We're gonna put one underneath, one behind, and then some parchment paper on top. And put it in. As I said, with this ink specifically, it cures about 320. Only need about 20 seconds. So we got it. You know, you can touch it right now with the hairdryer, and that's all fine and dry. But if you didn't go perfectly over every single detail, or you didn't have a temperature gun, and then you threw that in the washer, almost 99.9% of the time it's going to wash out, guys. So if you want to provide quality, also a wash test is good before you get it to the customer. But you know, invest in what you can. And for me, that was a heat press off Marketplace for the next step. So here we are. Pop the shirt in. We're going to make sure that it stays tight. We're going to line it up. Normally I would have this press actually up where I was just doing the shirt, but for the point of the wall, I've been trying to squeeze everything else. We're working in a laundry room after all, so that's not an excuse. Get that lined up, sleeves out, shirt's tight, parchment paper's on. Alright, slap that down. And 20-30 seconds, she's good to go, bud. So while we're doing that, we'll clean our paint back in, because we gotta save every cent we got. That right there is enough paint to probably screen print another 3 or 4 shirts. So rather than just leave her out on the squeegee, even you know, maybe we're doing black in a second, I just don't have the setup to have the screen flooded and sitting and throwing the shirts. And I also don't want to sit multiple out on the floor and I just can't afford any more imperfections than I'm already making learning myself. So this is what we're working with. A laundry room and baby wipes, data 3, promoting mental health, trying to make a difference. Hello. Hi everybody in the chat. Subscribe to the channel. See me daily in the morning in the cold water freezing, promoting mental health. Or, who knows, maybe screen printing a shirt in the back room. Alright, that's time. 3, 2, 1. Make sure Dad's hands are clean. Slap right up. Parchment paper off. Just gonna shake those foam out. This shit's pretty hot. And then, all said and done, you were left with a permanent painted screen printed shirt. And we're gonna wash that 2-3 times to ensure the quality. But you can visit www.anotherdaystayanother.ca, Another Day Stay Another on Instagram and socials on Facebook, or the Copper Boutique in Amherst. Buy a shirt. Another Day Stay Another. Promote mental health and suicide prevention. 25% of all proceeds donated to mental health. Just a data 3, trying to be 1% better, making a 1% difference, baby. So that's one shirt down. Let's start the process again and do another one. This one specifically is for you, Jake Stevens. Thank you, baby. If you didn't tune in earlier, as I said, he's got this fight September 20th. It's Fight League Atlantic 21, baby. Get your tickets. You don't want to miss it. Alright, let's set that shirt up out of the way. Let's unplug the press for the time being. Leave the black paint out. Just make sure that cap's on. Clean up our workspace right quick with another wipe or two. As I can already tell, I'm spreading paint. Like I said, I find it quite quickly. And it's fine if I ruin my own clothes. but I don't want to ruin anything I'm making for you. So, I've said it, and I'll say it again. Learn from my mistakes. I'll learn from your success. I'm open and I take criticism well. Help this dad get the message out. Promoting mental health and suicide prevention. Fight, stay another day with me. Alright. Let's do another shirt, shall we? Switch it up. We'll do nice orange. This one's just a medium, so I think we can get away with just shoving it over there. Don't stretch as much. Get it centered up. I like it a lot. Let's get that wrinkle line right there. And then let's pinch and do the same thing on the other side. Good. Alright. Looks nice and clean. How's our stencil looking? Pathing through everywhere, but we don't want any ink on the back. So, what I'm going to do to test that theory is I normally would just have a piece of Bristol board, cardboard that I could print on. I just don't see one at this moment in time. And that's okay. I'll take this piece first from 10 That's a good sign. Alright. And actually, while we're here, since I forgot the first time, let's tape off the back of the screen as well. Make sure nothing's bleeding through where we don't want it. And then also, when it comes time to washing out your screen, my seams aren't exposed. And until we can afford an aluminum screen, we're using this wooden screen. That's a whole other story though. You got that green thin tape on the front, but I'm going to use this thicker blue stuff on the back to cover those seams. And believe me, Chad, if I can do this as a struggling dad of 3 in my back laundry room, you can do it too. I'm not at this to make money, although that would be wonderful. Just trying to keep everybody fighting another day, quite literally, and stay another. So if I can help you by you helping me, it's a win-win. Tune in, subscribe to the channel, learn something, teach me something, buy a shirt, dumb. Still another day. Alright, let's pray to the gods that this doesn't put black paint on the shirt when I put it down. Thank God. Just tighten this back out. Probably could have put it over the cardboard and then I wouldn't be having this issue because it would have been. But it's alright. It's still good. It's still tight. Still centered. Fingers are clean-ish. Let's get some clamps on. Do another. As I said, not too tight. Not too tight, Tiger. Take your time. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? And one success for me so far took well over 10 failures, so be patient. You know, if you love something, it's gonna take time, such as everything that's worth it. So take your time, be patient, and don't get caught up on every time you fail. Success will happen. Might not be today, might not be tomorrow. But just keep pushing, keep fighting another day. Hello, Brambo Forever. Thanks for tuning in. How you doing, brother? Sorry to assume. You might not be my brother, you might be my sister, you might be my distant cousin. We don't discriminate here. I'm just happy to see you. Tune in. Screen print a shirt with me to my laundry room. Dad of 3, trying to promote mental health. If you have any tips of the trade, I am always open to learning. As I said, 1,000 ways to skin a cat, baby. This is just the way we're doing it. I should change that. There's 1,000 ways to skin a deer, because there's been some disturbing Netflix documentaries. And I'm just a young boy from Oxford, so 1,000 ways to skin a deer. This is just the way we're doing it. 1,000 ways to screen print a shirt, okay? This is just the way Dad's doing it. Hate it or love it, the underdog's on top. One more lie down, because I know we missed that one on the last run. Let's do it. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. You'll see very quickly that this dad is cold every single day, promoting mental health, embracing my own and adding a duck. But that's another story. This is back to my brand as a dad of 3, embracing the suffer and trying to embrace my own mental health and promote it too. Suicide prevention is a real thing. Suicide is a real thing. Depression is a real thing. Anxiety, PTSD, and you are not those things. You are not your negative thoughts. So fight, stand out with me. Let's get this done. Same thing. We're going to pull the ink up. Get it out of 45. Nice close pull. We might do 3, but I'm thinking only 2 on the orange. We'll see how it goes. This is good in place. I'm scared, Chad. Oh, good. Then you're there. We'll be fine. Moment of truth. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2. So I wasn't only going to do 2, but we're going to do a 3rd one just because. 2 is our lucky number. That's looking clean. We have the time this time. We're going to clean the squeegee 8 off. Pop that away. Leave this out. Try to keep our hands free of paint. We got confidence that we did alright, so we're going to turn that on. What's going on, Chad? Y'all left again. That's okay. Dad's still here. The consistency remains. Let's go. Count of 3. 3, 2, wait to 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Houston, we have a very serious problem. This dad keeps killing it. There it is, folks. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's my heat press. Bear with me. Look at that. Sorry. We embrace the wins over here. We've had so many wins. You gotta take the losses, right? Alright. Pop the screen up out of the way. That's heating up. We're gonna hit this with the hairdryer. Should also mention, if any of you beautiful souls would like a shirt. And there you go again, back to 0 viewers. Dad's gonna go wash his hands before we mess up another gem. I'll wait for you to come back. Or don't, that's okay. The consistency remains. Alright, we're back, guys. Listen, I know how much that beeping drives me nuts, so I'm not going to let you go through it, too. Alright, same thing. We're going to ever so carefully pull this shirt off so that it doesn't smudge itself. Flip it around, let you see. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. It is done by this dad. So if I can do it, you can do it, too. It's another day. If I can stay another with me. If you want to buy this shirt, comment on the video. Visit www.anotherdaystayanother.ca. Follow on Instagram and Facebook at Another Day Stay Another, or go to Amherst, Nova Scotia and Dales Market at the Copper Tree Boutique. Regardless where you get it, 25% of all proceeds and donations is donated to mental health. His dad is broke, but that's no excuse. The message is getting out, and you are still all here fighting another day with me. And that's all I ask. So keep fighting. We will do whatever it takes. We will go in every single niche. We'll be in cold plunges, eating bad days for breakfast, just screen printing shirts in the back laundry room. Just thank you for tuning in every time. Few and far, local and global. Alright, we got another shirt. We got it cured with a hairdryer. That's been beeping at me. It's driving me insane. We're going to put some parchment paper on top of it. We're going to toss it in there. And then this shirt is good for a lifetime, baby. Buy it. Support this dad. Support mental health. Or make your own. Come on. Come on. Come on. 3, 2, 1. And we're cooking, chat. We are cooking. Alright, what else do I need to clean up here? We need to get another wipe, I know that. Another baby wipe. As a dad of 3, that is our cleaning go-to, bud. Everything and anything. Alright. Give this a quick rinse, come back, grab that shirt. Same thing, chat. I knew this was going to be beeping at me, and I couldn't leave you with that. So we ran back, wet hands and all, but they're clean. This is getting washed anyways. You ready for another reveal? Over here. What do we got? 2 big viewers? Thank you, my 2 viewers. Comment in the chat. Let me know who you are. I'll give you this shirt. I'll send you a doc. Subscribe to the channel. 3, 2, 1. Dad killed the dad. Another day, stay another. Promoting mental health and suicide prevention. That's all we're doing here, baby. That's another shirt down from the back room. Thank you. I don't even remember who bought the shirt, but you could. Any shirt, any color, hoodies, sweatpants, hats, cups, mugs, clocks, you name it, man. We'll get into every niche. All I'm trying to do, like I said, 1% difference every day, 1% better every day. Making a 1% difference or better every day, local and global. Through something simple as making a shirt. Keep fighting with me another day. If you you weren't here earlier, this is the first one we did for my boy Jake Stevens. So we got the white, black on white, and we got the orange, black on orange. We got a bunch of other ones in here. If I see this live go to more than 25 or 50 people, I'll show you some of the other sweaters and stuff I've got. But for the meantime, we're just gonna keep pumping in the shirts. Subscribe! Seriously, subscribe. This dad needs all the help he can get. Let's do this. Alright. Unplug that. Pop these back in here. Parchment paper. That squeegee's out there. We might as well do one more black one, or at least two more. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the screen goes. I just like working with one thing before we over contribute. Like my daughters who wanted to use 7 paints at once, and their shirts came out better than any of mine. But I can't recreate that. So support this dad so that we can support my daughter's journey, so you can buy art from her talented skill set. Support mental health. Dad clearly needs it. Alright, bear with me. I'm just gonna grab everything we need. We'll be right back. Alright, we'll get this shirt loaded up first and then go from there. Another orange one. This one's an XL. So we're going to pull her with the cardboard insert too, keep it nice and tight. And then we got the piece of flooring on top so that the screen runs smooth, because you don't want to run that on cardboard. You'll end up with a bunch of ripples and wrinkles and cursing after all your hard work. As I said, learn from my mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. Corner. How we looking up here? That's much better. The sleeve line. All we care about is the surface right here that we're printing on. Let's pop that tag out so we can see the center line. The tag's not always center, but go with the tag in the collar. Try to line it up there. Alright. This is one of the very first prints I did. You can see how much it bled through. So this is going to be a paint rag. That's what we're going to use it for today. So same thing, we're going to make sure the back of this screen does not have any paint that is going to get on this shirt. We're looking pretty good, but it's always better safe than sorry, right? Alright. Let's see. Every time this sucks. Line it up with the tag. Line it up with the collar. Make sure it's tight. Get our clamps and repeat the domain process. So domain that I'll even repeat what I said in case you weren't here the first time. There's 1,000 ways to skin a deer. There's 1,000 ways to screen print a shirt. This is just what works with Dad with the money and supplies that he has quite literally in the laundry room. But maybe someday, another day, stay another, we'll go from being just a little local Dad of 3 to a global brand promoting mental health globally. And the way I can do that is through doing exactly this, because maybe through this, maybe through this live stream I reach 1, none, or millions of you, and if any of you, because I know we all do, are struggling with mental health, fighting your demons, all those battles behind closed doors that we don't speak about, I'm here for you. Hold on. Keep fighting another day. The world is a better place because you were still in it. Shirt number 3, guys. Less is more in this, but as I said, you don't want less to the point that it's not going to cover the entire stencil. So you want enough to feel confident that it's going to cover the stencil, but you don't want to just waste a bunch of paint, because as you see, we're always scraping it back in anyways. Just going to grab the squeegee and wash my hands again. Back, guys. It's our old rag shirt here, and I mean, it's fine. We're using black. We're still using black, but it's a good habit to clean your shit. Tools. Sorry, pardon my French. Yes, sweetheart. Just. I sure can. Before you come in, I just wanted to let you know that I'm doing a YouTube live screen print shirts. You want Dad to make you another rotten Nutella apple?
Yeah.
Was it the best trick?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just do this one and I'll make it right up for you, okay? Do you want to stay with me for good luck? Count 3 strokes out for me, because that seems to be what works, okay? We're gonna do 1, 2, 3. Count out with me in the chat, alright? Careful not to bump that.
1, 2.
Oh, slow down, slow down. That was 1.
1, 2, 3.
Now, count to 10 while we get ready for the reveal.
1.
Easy, easy, easy.
1, 2, 3,
Alright,
4, 5.
hey, you're tightening the buttons down here. Look, press right here. And then pull it away, remember? Pull it towards you. Yep.
1, 2.
Help me with this one.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How do you think it's gonna look, chat?
Good.
Oh, you know the good thing? There's no one even viewing it right now. 1, 2, 3. Another perfect one.
Can I go get one of my shirts?
Yeah.
You have to do it for me, because I have no shirts of that.
That's my youngest daughter right there, guys. Absolute legend. Clean up our tools, so all that extra paint back in, and I think we had a pretty good run. Couple successful shirts here with black, so we'll call it on the black. Pack this up. Gonna go give these a quick rinse in the sink. I'll come back. This will be beeping at us, and I'll pop this in and we'll cure this one.
Hello. Got the shirt I'm going to be using. Put that up there. Do not know anything. Now it's my shirt's turn.
Just be very careful with this, because remember how hot it gets. And we're just in that tight area right here, so I want to make sure you don't bump it. Okay. I'll get your shirt on there, but I have to put this one in there to cure it first, okay?
Okay.
Are you putting black on yours, or are you doing a different color?
I want to do white.
You want to do white?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it would look better with purple.
So I gotta wash that screen out before we put white on it, okay? Because we don't want other paint to get on your shirt too.
Yeah, look bad.
Do you remember what step we do here?
Yeah.
What do we do?
We'll put it in that.
Yeah, but what do we do before that?
I don't know.
So we gotta put a piece of foam in behind the logo because we don't want to press the shirt together or bleed anything through.
Alright.
And then we're gonna put one on the back side, and then we're gonna put a piece of parchment paper on top so that it doesn't burn to the press. And that's gonna do what? What is it gonna do to the shirt? Or the paint on the shirt? I'm tired too. We should be in bed, shouldn't we?
This one's a little bit stained.
But do you know what it's gonna do to the shirt? It's gonna cure the paint, right?
Like, look, this one's stained. It is completely.
Then we're gonna make it look even better.
Yeah.
That's probably why Mom let you choose that one. Alright,
No, she didn't see this.
third time's the charm, so I'm gonna ask the question one more time. What's this gonna do to the shirt and the paint? Do you know? It cures it. And when I say it cures it, if we had to just taken that shirt off and wore it or put it in the wash, it would just wash out. But once we cure it with heat at over 320 degrees, then it'll last a lifetime. That might not fit over there. We might need to build our own custom cardboard. Is this the front or the back? That's the front?
It's fine.
So you want to put it right on top of that stain?
Yeah.
Okay. Just let me finish up this one so that we don't burn ourselves, and then we'll figure out how we're gonna put it on there. Me too. Do you want to do it tonight or do you want to do it tomorrow?
Right now.
Okay. Well, it's gonna take a second. And when I say a second, you know what a dead second is.
2 minutes.
At least. There you go, chat. Another beautiful, perfected, cured for life shirt.
Dad, you made like 10 of those.
More than 10.
No, like 10 orange ones. And you're literally wearing one.
I am wearing one, quite literally.
Look, chat.
We love them. They're the softest, nicest shirt. What's better than having a comfy, soft shirt and promoting mental health? Alright. Couple more shirts done up. Get this out of the way. Now we need a piece of cardboard. One sec, you don't want to go near this. I'm trying to stress that. Because some people don't learn until they get burned by the hot cookie. I'm just using an example from my childhood. My mother always told me that I had to wait for the cookies to cool down. And one time, the cookies were out on the counter, and I was just tall enough to reach, and she told me not to go out, and what do you think I did?
cook them and burn yourself.
I had like a 3rd-degree burn on my top lip, bro. It was painful. And I love cookies, but it wasn't worth it. I couldn't even eat cookies for like a month.
Could you eat anything for a month?
Like ice cream was probably the best treat. Alright, so we gotta look at a couple things here. We might need a little bit thicker piece of cake here. Well, I'm not doing it then. This is the thing we need to do together. This is your shirt, bro. You want to do it tomorrow?
Yes.
Sounds good. I'm sorry too. Thanks for tuning
Now
in,
can you
Chad.
make my rotten apple?
I gotta go make a rotten apple. And in case you're wondering, yes, I do feed my kid rotten fruit. No. It's their favorite new snack, a hollowed out apple with Nutella. So, I gotta get back to work as a dad. Subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much. We'll be back another time. Take care.